James, can you just tell us a bit about you and your operation here?
Yeah, sure, Ben. Husband and wife, myself and my wife Belinda. Yeah, at Nyandock, name of the property is Eastern Hills, 2,400 acres, 1,850 acres of perennial ryegrass zone. We run exclusively prime line ewes. We currently have 1,550 with the view to retain all our ewe lambs this year and have a target of 2,500 prime line ewes plus cattle. We first bought our first prime line maternal rams in 2011, so first drop of rams we bought were 2010 drop, and we've been buying rams off time ever since. Since 2011 we've obviously had some pretty disastrous years on the New England tablelands, particularly when we were in Guyra. And we've had some good years as well, but regardless of the year, I've been exceptionally impressed with how they can hang on and survive through a drought or two successive droughts. But then also we've got an exceptional year, and I've got plenty of feed this year. And yeah, this year we've got a record marking percentage of 163% in a lot of the mobs. Yeah, so we're trying to take them through to either trade weights or export weights, and being located here at Nyandock, the closest processor is Thomas Foods International down at Tamworth. So we market them down there, and well, the last 3 years actually we've averaged 24.1 kilos dress weight, which is a pretty good result. So since those original rams that we bought in 2011, we've been really chasing the high fertility rams, and we've seen an increase of probably a 20-25% increase in marking percentage over the whole lot due to the high number of lambs weaned index rams. We were lucky enough to score a pretty handy ram, Lamprey 12 1995 back in 2013. We bought him, and he's one of the top rams in the country, so we've been using him pretty extensively, and you can see some of his daughters coming through that, you know, it's not unusual to rear triplets off a ewe lamb, so I'm exceptionally impressed with that. Yeah, our older ewes are probably doing more like 200%, and our maidens, so when I say maiden I'm talking about a 7-month-old joining, so lambing at 12 months, so on their birthday they're popping out lambs.
Tell me, James, what does the market or the industry think of the weather lambs?
Yeah, look, really good acceptance. I've had I've sold them to several different processors, but like as I was saying earlier, Thomas Foods pretty much get them every year. And yeah, Andrew Jackson, the sheep buyer, has been exceptionally impressed with them. So we also target high muscle rams, so you know, trait leaders top 5% or 10% at least for eye muscle area. So yeah, look, and a good fat cover, so they're a pretty well accepted carcass. So yeah, we buy our rams at the Guyra ram sale each year, and you're pretty much buying them purely on figures. So the main figures we look at is obviously weaning weight is pretty important, because end of the day we're looking at kilos of lamb produced. Yep. But we also want plenty of lamb, and we also want muscle, so and milk as well. So they're sort of the 4 traits I look at: is weaning weight, eye muscle area, fat cover, milk, and fertility.
Tell me, James, does the self-replacing system fit the New England?
Absolutely. So we've been involved with these sheep for 5 years now, and I think it's an excellent system. It's very simple. Even in drought years, you've got that many ewe lambs to choose from. Even if a lot of them don't make it to weight, you've always got enough replacements. You don't have to go chasing, you know, Western Merinos or Western first cross ewes out of Western Merinos. You don't have any lice problems. So from a biosecurity point of view, or OJD, you know, you're really, apart from importing rams, you're a closed flock. So I think it ticks the boxes on more than one level. From a gross margin per hectare point of view, I don't think there's anything that really stacks up quite as good as what prime lines do on a per hectare gross margin point of view. The distribution of income is probably slightly different in that the wool from the adult ewe flock is probably a few dollars a head less, but you know, an extra 15 or 20% in lambs plus extra carcass value, I think it's certainly beneficial.
James, Belinda, thank you very much for your time.
No worries, thanks Ben.